here? The trash burning, you have information on that. Trash burning.
Jason Lane.
Oh, he was supposed to be there. And then we're not here. He just called one we put on the agenda. Okay. We'll go back to it. Anybody else have public?
I think
Do you
that's
have
right. He called in the office complaining about that same thing, burning all the time. He left me a message, he also called the sheriff's department, I did hear later on, the sheriff's department was out there. And I think it's a front door or something that's just. That whole. So we're.
Okay, thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
Can I get one of you guys to entertain a motion for the minutes from the August 15th meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the August 15th minutes. I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. Claims 1 through 192 in the amount of $629,207.72. The unpublished claims and the payroll claims.
I'll make a motion to accept.
All those in favor? Yeah. Report of collections as submitted, ambulance, June, July, sheriff's, August.
I'll make a motion to acknowledge those reports.
All second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. Review and acknowledge the clerk's monthly report for July.
I'll make a motion.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. You said we have sealed bids and the ambulance. So do it so well. Just like we received two bids.
First bid is from Horton, and it is a bid for the ambulance. All right, their bid for the ambulance is $318,029, $318,029.
Is that North Central Guard?
That's Donald.
Donald's Horton.
Yeah.
There was a $10,000 trade-in option in that, so the original price is $328,029. With a $10,000 trade,
321.
$328,029. The second one is a North Central emergency vehicle.
Is this the company that just merged all of emergency stuff? It's North Central.
Public Fairhouse, he's an Osage and Braun representative. Public, he ordered on.
And the second one from North Central, their price is $326,487, $326,487. And there is a couple deducts. There's a Ford rebate for $2,000. Not sure if that's going to be honored, so that's to be determined. And a trade-in value of $4,200 for a 2015 F-450. I will make a motion to accept both of these bids and take money by them.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, transfer request, for lit public safety, we have $1,250 from social security line item to elected official, and this is, I think they'll cover his salary, yes. Because they go 6 months. Previous year.
I'll make a motion to accept the change.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Reassessment, $2,515.84 from website pictometry.
I'll make a motion to approve that transfer.
On the second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. County general to extend postage in the amount of $1,600 to continue subscriptions.
I'll make the motion to accept.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
County general custodian, janitorial supplies, in the amount of $2,250 to elevator chair lift and cover the invoice coming.
I will make a motion to approve that request.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yep. County general jail, we have $700 from Kyle Lennon's to inmate personal hygiene. And we have 1,800 from laundry to kitchen.
I'll make the motion to accept those transfers.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yes. MBH restricted, we have a gravel, the amount of $8,032 to equipment to cover lease payments for the 2 new graders.
I'll make that motion.
Sorry. I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I was.
That's not right.
Yeah, it's okay. So, just, health department, claims for equipment, did you want us to discuss that now or tonight? It's tonight. You know that it's on the, I mean, it's on the agenda too, but I have it on the. So,
Brandon?
Yes. It might be, and I did talk to Clay Andrews after the 911 board meeting. And we're trying to set up a joint meeting with their commissioners to discuss the 911 stuff, but we may discuss some of these items with them as well, because my thought is if you're just gonna go out and buy one thing brand new, you gotta be careful of the funds that you use, because some of them 50/50, some are 1/3. So if they're just buying one item to take to Warren County, you know, we just want to be smart about it.
Right, if it is they're wanting to purchase 2 fan cabinets. And I want to use the COVID nursing grant for
Okay.
that, so.
And so there's no clarification at this time that I'm aware of on some of those funds and what happens to those funds once we split. Is it gonna be 50/50?
How better, yeah.
That,
Yeah.
that's what I'm waiting to hear back. No one can seem to answer those questions.
Okay.
I've reached out to state representatives.
So we should hold off.
I would hold off.
Okay.
We're planning, and Ken, I don't think you're aware of this. The Fountain County Commissioner is wanting to meet with Warren County Commissioners, and at one time they thought a joint with the council, but then Warren County thought, well, no, we'll just have the commissioners meet. And we're looking at September 15th at 5:05, but I haven't got confirmation yet from one of their commissioners. So I'll reach out to Clay and see if he did get an answer as far as if that date works, because they had shot for the 14th, that wasn't gonna work, because one of our commissioners didn't make it. So we'll kind of discuss some of those, and we want it smooth, we want fair.
Just transferring the records from.
Right, and I understand that. But I think there's some thought on why are they using some of these funds, you know?
Okay.
That helps.
I think,
I mean, are you guys fine with that? Holding off?
No, that's fine. Does he have anything else? About the Eric, do you have any?
Oh. Jason,
Yeah, oh, okay.
okay.
Yeah. Remember we from out here?
Yeah.
There was a neighbor who was burning garbage. Well, you dealt with it, good, but they're. Some great, right now.
yeah, and I got your message.
You got it.
Let's just let you know the sheriff's department did go out that day and stuff.
They're back, they were burning for like 4 days straight, and then like, I tried to get the time about it. And so it's always like, you guys know that it's possible that they'll be burning at the time, and then burning all day long, so they need to come out and do something.
On those burn, they're burning, fire department, now, if they can. Okay, that's, I said, the next time it happens, is. You know, tell them, and say we'll put it out.
So what I got concerned about, area,
Where they burn?
they're burning runoff.
What do you mean, are they burning us, they burning
Anything,
like couches and stuff like that? Where is this located?
north. Shelby Lane.
Those three trailers.
After,
Right there in that corner.
so it's not wood product, it's.
Yeah.
Okay.
No drags.
Anything that will burn.
If you do go out.
Is this in that enclosed fence?
Yeah, they just built.
Is this the same place that he was actually putting up vehicles?
That means. Might be. If not, it's in that same.
We got in that same situation about 6 months ago. Okay. I'll give it to you.
It's
We would have stopped and not too long with her vehicle cut up and.
Now, Kim, that's something nice that we catch them illegally burning. Is that something that can go to Daniel?
I don't know if, I just don't know what statute. If it's a criminal statute, sure.
I mean, our burn rules.
Isn't
Yeah.
And it's civic.
Yeah, we have an open burn ordinance, well, we have our nuisance ordinance. Prosecutor. But, yeah, if I can get a copy of the burn ordinance.
Instead of trash ordinance.
Instead of not burn.
Yeah.
It says it has to be, the garbage has to be properly. Consideration.
What are the names of the?
Jacob Lang or J.E. Lang.
I think maybe it's something.
Oh, did you have anything else?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Morning. Real quick, I gave you guys request of transfer of funds. I know they didn't get included in the minute or the agenda. I just need a request to transfer this money out of overtime to vacation sick. Running out my numbers projected, I should be okay. So trying to stay within my budget, and not ask for any additional, just to hopefully maybe cross cover me in the year. Guarantees like.
I'll make a motion to transfer $20,000 from overtime to vacation and sick.
I'll second that.
Those in favor?
So on the bid, ambulance bids, I'll get to look at those and come back with that. As you're here, we're at the 1 month mark on the floor. So far, knock on wood, we've not had any issues, but my thought is not what Roger thinks is maybe have Matt come back. Maybe run the camera up in there and look at it. Just to make sure before we move the next step, and that is having them put the concrete back in. Does that sound like a?
I saw the picture, picture of the inspection.
Mhm.
It looks like they did what we said.
Yeah.
They wanted to do to start with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we can run a camera and it's all clear. You're using it normal.
Right. We don't have any trouble with that, you know. Yeah, so, I'd like to move forward. I'll get hold of Matt, having some minutes of time this week, maybe run the camera up in there and just look at it, get some pictures. I'll send those to you, and then I'd like to move forward on and have them get that concrete and back in there. And then start working on getting the tile back down on the floor. 3 different people have given us quotes. I got a quote from Patents. Which I'll go through and bring to you, Danville Flooring, and then, Tim Roman's given, he's working on, I've not received anything from him, but I talked to him quite a bit on the phone and he was putting something together. And then I did reach out to Newton's Cleaning Service on that. They did give us a quote on, clean it, but they also suggested when they come in they'll have to drill into that concrete, put in the rebar. So when they pour that in there, they put in like air scrubbers or whatever, which will absorb the dust. And then they will also seal off the area to help keep the dust down, not get into the rest of the building. They did walk through the building for the most part. It stayed in the kitchen, living room area. It did get into the training room and places like that, but that's further ventilation. So that's all included in that. So I'll get that information. I'll send that to you. So I'd like to move forward with that.
One of the things I saw, there's a 90-degree bend on one of the pipes
Mhm.
that should have been replaced with 222.5 or 45.
Okay,
That 90-degree bend concerns me. That's where things plug up.
okay,
And that was an original layout, and after they changed it, this looks great,
Mhm.
but that 90-degree bend is still there.
Now that is running off now, and maybe that is the runoff off the grease trap.
The 90-degree.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, the other one that's south of it, I guess you want to look in the picture, that's the one that's coming from the half mountain.
The washing machine. Right?
Yes. Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We determined that one off the 90-degree was the one coming off the grease trap, which is the floor drain. And then, the other one to the south of whatever you want on that picture per se, that's the one that's coming from the half mountain.
We're there.
You okay with it? I mean,
Yeah, because there's no solid waste.
no. Just straight water, because it's coming across the bridge right there. Okay, so I'll move forward with that. One of the things I would like to do, working on, we still have a medic spot open, not getting any bites for anybody. I put it out in the state website, put it out on Facebook, we're not getting any, bites, we're gonna put it out again, and advertise again, but I think something that we've been talking about, talked to you guys a little bit about in council. I think one of the things we need to look at is retention, and that is going back to possibly paying for individuals within our department to go to school, to further their education and become paramedics. I am looking at a program called School VMS. It's a hybrid online class. They can do so much at work, and then every so often they bring instructors in from Texas. They go through their skills and all that for a week. I've been talking with Crawfordsville Fire Department, talked to Scott Busenbark and Paul Miller over there. They really like it. They're sending their individuals, actually, they're doing their training there at the station, but they're actually going to Fishers Fire Department to do their skills. And, they really like it. Lafayette just started one. We did not get in on that. The cost right now is running around $6,500 to $8,000 per student. One of the things we did, looking at myself and Josh was in this too, is we went through medic school back in 2011, 12. We did sign a 2-year contract. And most everybody that did was okay with that. I do have a copy of a contract from Benton County. I kind of went and changed the names and all that in it. I'll send it to Kent for review, but I think if we can set that up, that would really get a return investment back. But I think we need to seriously, I'm gonna approach the council as we need to look at trying to bring that back. Try to, create that opportunity for employees here, further their education, and maybe that'll keep them, here. And, then we're not in this situation now where we don't have what's ground and trying to find a medic to, fill that spot that's open. So if you guys are okay with that, I'm going to approach the council next week with that. Hopefully this week I'll have the numbers from the school being us, so we'll know. And I'll keep you guys updated on them.
We think police academies. Right? When deputy goes, we pay for that academy, right? Yeah.
For the deputies.
Oh, yeah, there's some costs, shows across the county and cities to go to Indiana Law Enforcement Academy.
I don't know if we paid it. I'd have to go back and.
I think there's a cost, but I don't know what.
Yeah, there is.
I guess my point is.
And he needs a training.
And most of the people on my department that I've talked to have said that they have no objections to working here for 2 years to sign the contract, but I'll have Kent look through it and make sure everything is where it needs to be, for review. And so I would like to, we need to look at that and maybe hopefully that'll feel them around so we can, right now and it's the industry, right, or our industry, or whatever you want to call it, our trade is very where everybody's hurting right now. If we can create opportunity within our group, it'll help me keep them around. Anything else? Okay. Thank you.
Sure, I could. We'll skip them. Jason.
I just have a couple of things along what Garth was saying. We're having issues getting CDL drivers over there. So we've looked into classes for since February of this year. They changed the regulations, federal highway did, where you have to take a class. You're permitted. We've looked at that too, as far as retaining people. Didn't know if we could get help on paying for that, how we would retain the drivers, So we're kind of in the same boat. If that decision is made for ambulance, if we look at the highway department as well, would be appreciated. So it's a 4-week class, $3,500. If you're just starting out, nobody has $3,500 to spend on class. If that can, just since you brought that up, that's kind of what we're looking at as well. Chuck Skelly's here, one side, our junior grader will be delivered Wednesday. And he has just some paperwork to sign, the releases. He may need to talk to him, call him, for some bank information. Do you guys have any questions as far as the releases for the graders? For him? The contract with Rich Coach was signed with NDOT. the agreement in the LPA and consultant. That's all taken care of. I was advised by the council at the budget hearing, there was a question of building repair, getting some extra money for the budget next year. So we kind of discussed what was taking place, why we wanted that. I was told to go ahead and get an air quality test done for the job. I have a quote for a test, it's $6,000. We have that in our budget. As far as our building repairs budget goes this year, I would like to go ahead and pursue that.
Whatever happened to just getting the exhaust fans? I know that was before you.
Yeah.
Somebody at one time was supposed to put
I don't know if
all that
it's
stuff
expensive or-
in. This guy went on that here, it's for order parts, get stuff for it, it'll take a while, but it's kind of inside. Never heard any more about
I think it got to the point where I don't think it was gonna do what we wanted it to do, and what the cost. I think the cost was the major factor.
it. I don't remember it.
We had something, and it was 30,000. Very yes.
But then I thought the thing was it would be transferred to the other building. To the new building, build.
I don't remember that, but
Brenda,
yes. Yes,
that has for $6,000. We're gonna pay $6,000 to tell us that yes, there are UCs in the building.
Yeah.
We know.
we already know that.
We need to find a solution for that.
We do.
And, you know, it's a bad thing. The plan would talk about, the plan would get all your heat. They're gonna be negative pressure and something air out of the building.
And the reason this was brought up was regardless if it's coincidence or not.
Right.
We've had some issues over with people. We still dealing with people having issues.
Right, but I thought we, like you said, we already went through the process of having testing done, and then that's. And we had that quote to. Have something done, and I thought it was another county that had that same thing, but they weren't using it, and so it just kind of.
Is that portion of the building heated? I mean, you're gonna have to trade one to the other. Which we can design a cost spend to clean that building up that we're gonna do all this.
I remember that was part of the discussion, that was the heat, they had a heat reclaimers instead of sunk in and reclaim the heat, and I remember some of those discussions, but it was very expensive.
Yeah, the year one will be very exciting. It's really gonna have to be an increase in your power bill.
Right.
You gotta have to pump more heat in there if you're gonna sucking it out. These kind, you know, could be time to run only when there are vehicles in there, in the line. They don't have to be there, you know, 24/7.
Right.
But honestly, just, they're gonna, that's the canister, that's where VOC, you know, find them. You have diesel in that shop.
I would just like to get a quote from somebody and
Now, and maybe something that you may want to consider from a legal perspective that we did our due diligence and that's, but. I know it's also. And then we're gonna go back to sitting here and saying, how do we tackle that problem forward?
Isn't your systems to come down and actually set on the stacks? Of the trucks and the cranes?
Part of those that probably not terribly efficient for their department, right? Because they
And now,
now.
That's called funnel and system, what it's called. And they usually look at the exhaust of fire trucks. They start, they go out, they release it, they go out the door. I don't know that will work for these guys.
Well, they wouldn't even. I've actually seen them drop big trucks, where they come down on the stacks. And that's what I thought we were looking at again.
So,
Another option would be to put a bay door on the back of the boat. And allow current to do that building in the summer.
We have four.
They have the doors.
On the front, you have bay doors on the back, that allow current to finish.
Roger, I'll send you what was originally proposed. So you can look it over. That was last September, actually. And
Well,
they had, so they proposed to install one new 3,000, exhaust fan with 4 8-inch caps to come off for exhaust, and they had an, add-on option for a makeover unit. If we wanted to add that to. And he makes notes, current gas fired equipment may not keep indoor temperature and poor output. That's actually, it's also not sure temperature. I'll send this to you also.
Okay. Just a concern.
well, let's put one of that on the topics next year when we get new council. We need to start talking about a new garage. That one is, it's done its time, in my opinion. And if we're gonna put all this money into ventilation and everything, which we need absolutely positively. Why not see if there's a way just to do a whole new building and forget and use that for cold storage? So,
That's double the aggressive.
oh, I'll make it. Yeah, that is what needs to be done, period. Period.
Like I said, that. About a year ago.
News came in and cinder block is literally saturated, crumbling in that. It's time for it to be replaced. So,
Yeah, the she shed was kind of a Band-Aid.
right. Okay. So you guys can look at this. Okay. I'm gonna get a realistic time with this, is that gonna happen when we go, but there's no need to ask now. I'll do this. Right, yeah.
Ken, the encroachment issue up on 820 East and 1400, there's a letter that was, that.
No, I have, Roger commented on that
Okay.
letter.
Anything else? I'll just sit back there.
There you go.
You have one? Okay. Oh, you do.
So I was visited last week by Family Search. They are, actually they're Mormons from Utah, but they're people that come to my office are from Fort Wayne. And they have done projects all over the United States and more specifically in Indiana. And this is something I've actually been wanting to do since I've been clerk, to get with Family Search. We have them come in and digitize all of my marriage records. And not just my marriage records, but probate records as well. There is no cost to do that, and they come in because it's through ancestry, genealogical purposes. And so this is a project that they have entered into with Indiana Archives, and they have come to my office, approached me again, which I think what they have, and I'm going to proceed. So I just want to let you know that I'm going to be signing a consent to participate with them to preserve our marriage records and our probate records.
Great. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. You had us at 3. Not that you.
Yeah.
Very good.
Terry,
Yeah. Did you have anything?
Okay. So as right now, I've got 64 in jail. Actually. So level 6, I've got 6 of them. Sullivan County will hold for 13 of those, 6 will remain, and I've got 4 going away to the DOC, the rest of ours. So I had my matron look, I think it's close to her numbers. So from the time we've been holding people, so for a year and a half now, we've actually generated $566,000. So need some change. So, I was sitting and thinking one day, and that's not very often, that's one. Okay, I'm just saying. So we were looking at the handbook and stuff like that. And the thing I noticed was homeless vacation. We've got people in the county that are plus 40 years, they're gonna get homeless vacation. I think if you guys would go for it, cost us nothing, it's free, right? Except something in the handbook as far as 20 plus years, you get 5 weeks vacation. I think it's just a throw 'em a bone type deal. It's nothing. I mean, it's get retention, right? Not a. So they 1 year, not staying, but reward them. But reward them for a little bit. They have the time to difference their job, and I wanted to here 5 years. Like, I'm gonna leave. And then, few more years, I can find more. Right. So I'd like to bring it up to you guys and maybe get you guys a vote on it. Just something, like I said, it's just a throwable for the employee of the county that have actually put in the time and the effort and have given and dedicated most of their life to the county. So, I think do something like that for them. Like I said, I just bring it to you guys and whatever. So,
Well, I think next year we need to have some work sessions because I know that our handbook is a little outdated, so. Maybe commissioners can work with the auditor payroll and address, you know.
Very over my mind.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, for sure. Well, just out of curiosity, what's our step up rate now? Here's the service and a week vacation. You know, like,
so I guess 15 years, you're capped.
you're capped at,
Right.
at 4 weeks.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm telling you right now, we got people in the county that are asking for more that I think deserve a little bit of attention.
Do the weeks come in 5-year intervals, or when they set up in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
So.
5, 10, and 15. I think.
Yeah, so so that, I mean, even that first year you work, you have no vacation and nothing.
Take away a year.
This 2 through 9 year is 10 days, then it's 14, 15.
Okay.
Good for you.
Look at that.
And then just, I look at it all the time.
Yeah, you get 1 week after, and then after the second school year, you get 2 up to 10 years, and you get the third. I work it.
I get asked all the time.
And they were on, notice a lot of people saying within the first year you get vacation. Right. We're doing a lot of hiring. That way. So, I know like for us, I'm not sure how it is for Garth, but our first year, you as a jail officer, it's probationary period, 1 year. Whether you're a deputy or whether you're here, in that first year, no questions asked. I don't have to take the deputy somewhere board or anything like that. 9 times out of 10, they're just staying, and it's, you know, again, it's their county, they work in it, and shop here, and so I think it's just one of those things, just, you know, do something more like that. So.
What about within the first year of vacation? What do you think?
I don't like it. I want to see how dedicated they are. That's how I said, in order to get people in the door, I know, right?
That's what they'll earn sick time and.
Yeah, you still have personal time.
You are, okay.
Yeah,
So you do have ability to get the time off.
yeah, you still have like, you don't have 2 personal days, and that's in the year, and by the end of the year, you'll be up to, 60 days. So, okay,
Yeah,
let's
so
make
that
that,
is a good point.
okay. Fine,
If you don't use personal, they're rolling sick.
okay, right, okay. Well, okay.
Just one phase.
So I give them out, I want to go. Anyway, that's all I got.
Let me throw a cog in Perry's wheel. I have 100 sick days.
That ain't my problem, go to work.
I'm thinking about it. That's a year off.
After he shows me done something.
Okay. It's nothing.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Peter, get sick, personal,
No matter what, what did you say?
so you don't have to
You said,
get them approved or whatever. Personal days, you take one or two at a time.
yeah, that's a good call, yeah.
Well, and it is, but then I tell you what everybody looks at, or they have in the past, is when someone would leave and they have, you got to pay them out. All that time left on the books at today's rate.
Well,
That they have-
have.
Well, I know, but see, we don't pay out sick days if you leave.
See, that's another thing we need to look at, because I've got not sick days came from before a chemistry. So
Right.
mine stopped, as soon as I become sure. I've already been, I go back to being on the road, I get all that for the day. But by the time I leave, I can be. Right. Some of them is not.
Well, and I know the handbook, talks about capping,
Right. That's like the other thing, education. I mean, yeah, that 5 years max, nothing more than that. It's an incentive. So, and the things that we have to do. So,
because there are some instances where, individuals may not be able to take their vacation time in a year.
right,
And so, and I've talked to council about this in the past, that maybe we need to think about paying them out, budget money to pay that individual out their vacation that they want to go take, because they were short,
Right.
maybe they have, some, people out sick, or
and I've actually had people that don't use more than they. When the time rolls around.
so, I mean, that needs to be addressed,
Mhm.
and I know it can be issues in certain departments.
Right.
So, we can help out and have some good discussion and come up with a solution.
Yeah.
So,
Now,
Mountain Central, school resource officer, which is through Petersburg PD right now, has resigned his position. In the last days of Friday. We've had a deputy out there part-time at the elementary. Working his days off. So the school has the grant to pay for the SRO. Basically, the grant pays for 50% of salary and benefits. And then the school pays 25% on top of that. So it'd be a 75-25 split. If you guys would make a decision for us having a SRO. Roughly it's going to be $18,000, what the county would have to pay out on all salary and benefits. That's insurance and retirement. So,
Yeah.
I,
A little different situation with Attic and Pellington, because they're actually in a school right in the town. In Petersburg, when I was on the council, I wasn't for them doing a thing. I mean, I didn't have a problem if the school wanted to pay a full-time officer using Petersburg for the academy. Because, and I don't have a problem. And, this guy can speak it up. I don't have a problem in counties, the person out there, but they can pay 100%. They get a lot of tax money. And I don't mind if you're elected official, if guys want to work out there on the days off or something. And not do any of that. I don't have to. Yeah, on his days off.
we're not paying him any extra for that. He should do it on his own time. Yeah,
They're paid, yeah.
yeah, they are, yes, yes. I just don't want to count it, because we do for one, Andrew brought up a very important, we've talked about this. We have to do it for everybody. All the kids. I mean,
Well, that's
so,
what was really sets in the county. I mean, that I feel we're responsible for.
that all set in.
Well, I agree. They have their own full-time police departments too, that they can work out to deal with the street like that.
Yeah,
And this ain't the day and age where you don't have a school law.
no, I get it, I agree with that. I'm saying is that they can afford to do it themselves. And we can, I know that the kink in the state law is the sponsorship. They need an agency to sponsor that office, unless you're in Annapolis and have your own school police departments.
Right.
But they need Fountain County to step up and say, yes, we'll sponsor that officer, but you're paying. Period. You know, do without a extra athletic director or something, you know, it's just an athletic director. You already need to play 5%. Like the school. And we have, I mean, that's just me, it's me, I have no problem sponsoring it. I have a problem with it. Man, my.
Then for the sheriff's department, for the county.
Is that it, Terry? Is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, what, does that break your heart? I mean. Yes, and no, you might be. No, I don't, I mean, volunteer out there, they can do that. They can do that on their own with your sponsors. Yeah, and they're on the phone, rural school. I don't know. We don't talk. I mean, yeah, we run around talking. How do you do? So I think I may bring you up to the few. Part time. You know, maybe look at and talk to them about what they're willing to kick in. This, you're right. About. There are several positions out there that were needed. I think there's that one also. The follow right? Yes, so. No, I agree 100%. Schools need office. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I'm not saying that at all.
It's just, you know, like I said, if you do for one, and I know it's unique that they're out in the country, but.
And the way I look at it, if you're at city school, you got city work. Take care of it. It's like I'm out there, that city department goes, and most of those kids there. I can't get somebody from America, hire one, come down there, I'll say, go to you. And just remember how hard it was to get road down. Well, it's difficult, I know. You don't want to take them off the road. No. But then that's the thing, you know. You work fools, which is fine. So I don't, well, what I've got here for it's not going to do it. No, they're not. They're absolutely not. And they don't even have a full-time police. Well, what I'm getting is their full-time guys at the top of the school. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's why we got started. Yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, thank you. Right.
You know? All right, Eric, you know, we already talked to you, so you're good. Right, did you have, your Roger have anything with landfill?
The only thing, I've got, I didn't come and do an inspection with 1 second. At 10 o'clock. Anybody walking, come out, walk through, my crew. Other than that, Carol will working on the, continuing to work on the reconstructions. Everything's looking good. Yeah, I'm working. Trying to get them. There's been a few issues with them. I'm addressing.
Okay, anybody else have anything? And do we need to? Anything about this agreement that you sent to us?
No, that's gonna go to INPA and then INPA will come back with accepting the changes or proposing other changes.
Yes, go
We-
for it, Tim.
Okay, no, we got estimates from, one person finally gave us an estimate to clean the courthouse. And, do the first, detail cleaning, which is waxing all the floors and top to bottom is $9,000. And then $800 a week maintenance. This person does the Warren County Courthouse, some banks in the area, and individual homes to I think, right? Their company.
Yeah.
Well, yes, they're very well qualified, but it brings us to the point to where we pay $50,000 out a year to a contractor or hire a full timer, so.
I'm thinking.
I mean, right now, I mean, and Rick has always said that, he's only got a year or two left. Not gonna be here forever.
I know the thought is
So-
that I've heard that they want someone here to open and close the courthouse, come early enough to open up and have things ready for people coming to the court. That's kind of the concern that I've gotten, because if you contract that, who's gonna open up the courthouse? Who's gonna close the courthouse? I'm just bringing up what's been brought to my attention.
Yeah.
Random shit is jumping on my head. Is this person here, sorry, is this person here literally every day, all day for $800 a week? They come in
No.
events?
They come
You know,
in,
who's
Probably after.
dedicating, somebody drops their coffee cup.
That's it.
That's-
Snow comes in.
Yes, that,
Yeah.
and that is what needs to be discussed. I mean, yes, it's hard to find people to work.
Yeah.
But actually, with the very next scenario, right now, I don't know, is there someone here every opening hour of the day between you and Kathy, Rick? Well, I know you, but when Kathy was here, you guys were working out there. Okay.
So that is a concern, that I think we need to address. I don't have a problem with someone coming in after hours cleaning, because there are times where it's hard to do during working times, depending on the office. That seems to be a concern with some offices. They don't want someone in here after hours, but I really don't have an issue with that.
So, sorry, again, after hours, there are security issues with some offices. I mean, I know this person works in another courthouse. Let's say they hire somebody to come in here and clean. Are there things in the auditor's office for the persons or the forward that shouldn't be?
Well, a lot of times, the file cabinets are locks, most of them do, and so it's just. End of the day, you lock up your file cabinets.
Yes, there is. I've heard that if you got clearance, you do something or get things, they don't work out. I mean, there's something on child support stuff and things like that, where they sign off on something, do something.
We have to keep a lot of them with access that, then it's SGI approved.
Yeah. So right now, janitorial staff right now sees it.
Well,
I don't see anything, I know we did the job walk out. There is a lot, I think, all every department head, it's my opinion. I've heard through the grapevine, a lot of them doing it in their office. 3 or 4.
I think when they're janitorial staff now, someone is in the buildings. They're not under buildings. My opinion.
but
Cameras, yeah.
And these people are bonded and insured, so if they do something stupid,
they get sued.
I mean, banks do it all the time.
While you have,
You know, these big, corporations, they have after hours, you know, I'm sure they have some sensitive information in their offices. That's where we take precautions. And
That's like I told one in particular, I told her. Clean it yourself. I don't care. It takes square footage off us, clean it yourself. And she's willing to do that. Heck, we might just have common area. Be a lot cheaper.
so,
I can say, just, know my mom, when she filled in, he can do that. I mean, she would come around and start to get the trash two or three times. So, I mean, it can, but that's just how we are.
so we can talk about that soon.
I need to
Obviously,
address it.
we need to,
Then you need to find somebody to do it full time. That's the other
Right.
problem.
and like I said, we used to have, you know, full-time, then we went to 2 part-time.
You know, of course, full time when they're on vacation. We
Maybe
can
just get someone
address
to fill
that.
in. Right. Okay, anything else? Yeah.
Yes. I do.
Okay.
The Rockaway Covered Bridge is wanting to have, I've already talked to Jason. He's wanting to have a celebration on the bridge October the 15th. They're gonna serve breakfast, I believe, on the bridge. And they were wanting permission to close it the night of the 14th. I don't know what those dates are. Jason said he thought you'd have it closed on the night of the 13th.
Yeah, we'll take some,
Okay. So they were just wanting the commissioner's blessing to close that. And then parking is going to be up at the bowling alley. We've already got that approved. That'll keep a lot of headache down for the neighbors.
We have been over in touch with them before that, so. That should be taken care of.
Okay, great. So tell them it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they would have like a building.
Is that the bridge that you there or is that not?
That's an active, it's wrong, really. It's a.
The other one was not.
All of them.
Correct. What is it?
No.
Correct.
Maybe give you a minute, Tim, no more.
Yeah, well, the Kingdom thing, these nights.
Okay. Yeah, I think Colleen has a list of things, you know, for us tonight. Well, if nothing else, what,
We'll just call her and tell her this time, we don't know what.
yes, I would say, let's table that, we can get information,
I just didn't want to leave her hanging.
right?
Whatever they got, she's gonna take on. Okay. You want, I wonder if you want to call.
It doesn't. He was like, I'm kind of.
Well,
Oh, hold on.
the other thing, what we heard about the front
Warren
door.
County Courthouse.
All right, we'll set on that. Okay. Or you want to make a motion to close the meeting? Anything else, anybody?
I'll make a motion to close the meeting.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 3-0.